This is 7 News. Right now at 10, fighting for water.
Within a matter of days, our water tanks at our homes will be dry. But this is avoidable.
Why the city of Scottsdale has to cut off water to residents in the Rio Verde foothills and the time left to find a solution.
I hope Governor Hobbs is ready to get with the ESA program and support education for all. Because we parents, we do.
Group of parents rallying outside the state capitol to protest Governor Hobbs' decision to revoke the statewide school voucher program. Cleanup efforts underway, the type of help coming to California after being slammed by a series of winter storms. And terrifying video of an attempted kidnapping, what officers are revealing about the suspect.
Obviously the situation could have been so much worse and we're glad it wasn't. So it was very important to us to find this person so that another similar incident didn't happen again.
And I want to thank you for joining us for 7 News at 10. Our big story tonight, the Valley and State seeing some sunshine today after rain, snow, and wintry conditions passed through, wreaking havoc in the high country. Hundreds of customers in the Munns Park area of Coconina County finally had power restored early this morning after several inches of snow fell in the area, causing temperatures to dip below the freezing point. ADOT crews have been working around the clock to clear out snow.
During a big snow event like this, it may take many hours to get the customers back on just because it's challenging for our crews to get out there and work.
We got excited, so I took the work off and headed up first thing in the morning. Excited to get out there.
Students returned to class at some northern Arizona schools today. Blue Ridge Unified School District opened on a 2-hour delay for snow and removal and campus preparation. Classes were canceled today for the Williams Unified School District as well as at Northern Arizona University's Mountain Campus. Schools are set to open back up tomorrow. And the storms over the past week came from the west and hit California hard. The state faced multiple atmospheric rivers that produced deadly flooding and mudslides. At least 20 people were killed as a result of the back-to-back storms.
This is just all our backyard area. We had a barbecue over there. It was very terrifying when it started because it's trees and debris.
President Biden will travel to the state on Thursday to visit areas of the Central Coast affected by intense storms that caused flooding and damage. President has approved a disaster declaration for California that will order federal aid to supplement state resources in their recovery efforts.
The previous legislature did nothing to cover these funds because the money's not actually following the child. It's going to students who weren't already choosing public schools. There's no money for them.
I hope Governor Hobbs is ready to get with the ESA program and support education for all. Because we parents, we do, and we are not backing down.
In tonight's State of the Education, a group of Arizona parents rallied outside the state capitol to protest part of Governor Hobbs' budget proposal. The governor wants to revoke a massive expansion of the statewide school voucher program, which was one of former Governor Doug Ducey's biggest accomplishments. The Universal Empowerment Scholarship Account program lets all students in the state apply to use public money for other education costs, such as private school tuition, tutoring, and homeschooling costs. But Governor Hobbs said the expansion is taking money from underfunded public schools.
Us being able to access our own tax dollars that we're paying into the system that would typically go to pay for our seat in a public school. Basically what that's doing is taking that money, if we're not doing public school, and funding whatever education we need.
There's just no money for the scholarship program, and I think Governor Hobbs' budget makes that very clear that our public school students, all 1 million of them, have to be prioritized. That's in our Constitution.
Hobbs hasn't proposed getting rid of the vouchers entirely, but she does want to return the program to what it was before the expansion. Developing tonight, a man is arrested after allegedly turning himself into a Buckeye police station after shooting and killing his wife. According to police, the shooting happened on Tuesday near Verado Way and Yuma Road. The suspect, identified as 54-year-old Hercelyn Mayo, reportedly walked into the police station about 45 minutes after the shooting happened and told officers that he shot his wife after the pair had an argument. Officers then went to the home and found the body of the victim, 52-year-old Sharon Mayo.
It's really tragic, number one. Number two, for the community, it's alarming that, Guns are easily accessible. Rate of violence against women has increased. There's just inequities all around, and it's just really unfortunate that somebody lost their life.
Goodyear police say a woman was arrested for a hit and run that killed a man walking his dog over the weekend. Officers say the woman, Joy Joyner, hit a pedestrian near Bullard Avenue and Catalina Drive, south of Indian School Road. Joyner was reportedly driving a silver Toyota Prius and took off from the scene. Witnesses told investigators that she was driving at least 80 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. Joyner now faces 1 count of vehicular manslaughter and 2 counts of leaving the scene of a collision. Phoenix police released body cam video from a shooting incident involving a suspect with scissors. The shooting happened near 35th Avenue and Broadway Road after police were called to investigate a home burglary. We do want to warn you that that video may be graphic to watch.
Put the scissors down. Put the scissors down right now. Scissors down. If you step one forward, I will shoot you. Just one more. Put the scissors down. Put them down. Put the scissors down. Don't move. Don't move. Put the scissors down. Drop the scissors. Drop the scissors.
The officer involved in the incident was identified by officials as a 15-year veteran who was assigned to the South Mountain Precinct. The suspect was treated at the scene and taken to a hospital where he later died. He has not been identified. And TSA officers confiscated a record number of guns at airport checkpoints in 2022. The agency said they discovered more than 6,500 firearms over the course of the year, which was more than what was found in 2021. By December 16th, the agency had already confiscated a record 6,301 firearms on passengers or in their carry-on luggage. And in the last 15 days of the year, 241 more guns were found among the luggage of holiday travelers. The number one reason passengers gave for having a gun? They simply forgot.
Well, that's pretty lame in my opinion, because the number one rule of gun safety is know where your weapon is.
The agency reported that 88% of guns they confiscated were loaded at the time. All of those guns can be a costly mistake for travelers. In December, TSA raised fines for bringing a gun through the airport security to as much as $14,950. In your national headlines, the White House is fighting back criticism of President Biden's potential handling of classified records found in his home and an old office. Biden's Democratic allies have called on him to be more forthcoming about how the documents wound up in his Delaware home and office. The White House has largely referred questions to others or repeated that Biden is cooperating with the Justice Department inquiry.
Look, and I think I've been very clear about this. We have answered questions on this at this podium. He said that he didn't know, right? He said that he was surprised, and he said that he takes classified information and documents very, very seriously.
Biden's private attorneys discovered the classified records on November 2nd, 6 days before the midterm elections. They found more classified documents as they were searching his home in Wilmington on December 20th. Now to the coronavirus. A safety monitoring system flagged that Pfizer and BioNTech's updated COVID-19 shot could be linked to a type of brain stroke in older adults. According to preliminary data analyzed by U.S. health authorities, the CDC said that the FDA said last week that data uncovered that people 65 and older were more likely to have an ischemic stroke 21 days after receiving the updated bivalent shot. An ischemic stroke is caused by blockages in arteries that carry blood to the brain. The safety concern has not been identified with Moderna's bivalent shot, and both the CDC and the FDA continue to recommend that everyone 6 months and older stay up to date with their COVID-19 vaccination. And new research tonight is helping pave the way for better treatment for those suffering from long COVID. Doctors are seeing patients who take part in physical therapy have significantly better outcomes than those who don't. The research shows that physical therapy techniques used for concussion patients can put long COVID patients on the fast track to recovery. According to the CDC, 1 in 13 adults in the U.S. has long COVID symptoms after first contracting the virus. Some symptoms include fatigue, shortness of breath, and cognitive problems like memory and haziness lasting longer than 3 months. All right, countdown to the Super Bowl with a look at State Farm Stadium as a massive undertaking is underway to transform the stadium into the hub for football's biggest day. The Arizona Super Bowl Committee and the NFL are working side by side to make preparations go smoothly.
We're used to putting on major events, but this is at a whole different level. This is pageantry. You know, the Super Bowl is one of those events where the word pageantry really comes to mind. The colors, the graphics, the visibility of all the different elements of it. You need cranes. You need massive equipment. It takes a month's time just to get it prepared.
Definitely seems like a big operation there. Super Bowl 57 just less than a month away, taking place on February 12th in Glendale. A terrifying attempted kidnapping caught on camera. Details on the suspect and the clues that led police to find him. The war over water, how much time residents in the Rio Verde foothills have until water runs out. And there's a winner after not being hit for months, where the winning numbers of the Mega Millions jackpot were claimed. Fighting for water in our series Parched Earth tonight. Thousands of residents in the Rio Verde foothills have about 2 weeks left of water as the city's supply was shut off due to the ongoing drought. If a solution doesn't come soon, water bills could skyrocket as the residents say their city was left high and dry.
Within a matter of days, our water tanks at our homes will be dry. But this is avoidable. We just need Scottsdale to process that water.
Tonight, a war over water is leaving residents in the Rio Verde foothills just west of Scottsdale furious after being cut off from an adequate supply of water. Around 500 homes, including some being built, only have a few more days until it runs out.
You could live for a while without electricity, things like that, but water?
Because it's our livelihood.
It's now. We need water now. We can't wait.
In the midst of an ongoing drought, the city of Scottsdale stopped transporting water to Rio Verde just 2 weeks ago to conserve water for its own residents.
I just cannot believe that a group of people would look at their neighbors and say, we're going to slowly kill off your community.
Residents in Rio Verde were warned over the past year that its regular water supply brought in by trucks was running low. And now, with not a truck to be found, the city is left high and dry with no plan.
I don't know what anybody's going to do. I think nobody wanted to face the hardcore truth. People were, for many years, in denial.
The things we're gonna have to do for water. I used to be able to do 7, 8 trucks in a day. Now I'll be lucky to do 2.
John Hornier from Portable Water Hauling has become Rio Verde's savior, driving all the way to Apache Junction, which is an hour away, to get the job done.
I'm not gonna stop. I mean, it's not, these aren't numbers, these are people, these are my friends, these are my neighbors. I can't stop. You know, when people call me saying that they really need water, I'm gonna get them water. It's gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna get them water.
With a temporary solution that is without a doubt timely, it's also costly for the residents.
They've tripled already, at least tripled, no, more than tripled the price.
For our neighbors who use 24,000 gallons a month, that means their water bill is $2,640 for the month.
In a statement, the city of Scottsdale said because Rio Verde is in a separate community, Maricopa County holds the responsibility for its water supply. A public information officer for Scottsdale Water told reporters that the city is not commenting due to current litigation about the issue. Well, now time to get a check of some of the stories making headlines tonight. Tempe Police Chief Jeffrey Glover has been named Arizona's newest director for the Department of Public Safety. Glover is the first African American to hold this position in state history. He served as Tempe's police chief for just over 2 years after replacing then Tempe Chief Sylvia Moore. Before returning to Tempe PD as chief, Glover worked up the ranks and retired as an acting commander in February 2020. He had various roles in Tempe, including being a field training officer and a media relations sergeant. Some sad news to report. Scottsdale Police Department is mourning the loss of one of its canine officers. Officials say Kane was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive cancer and passed away on Monday. Kane served for 2 years as a dual-purpose narcotics and patrol canine and was responsible for many criminal apprehensions and drug-related arrests during his time with the department. Scottsdale Police say he was a beloved member and will be missed. And classes were canceled today after a fire at Horizon Elementary on Tuesday afternoon. The district says carbon dioxide testing was performed to ensure safe air quality. When they receive clearance, the school will return to normal operations. Fire officials say a fire broke out in one of the bathrooms, filling the hallways with smoke. The building was evacuated and no children or teachers were injured. According to fire crews, toilet paper was set on fire and placed in the toilet. Caught on camera, video just into our newsroom shows a terrifying ordeal as a barista manages to escape an attempted kidnapping at a coffee shop in Washington. Surveillance video released by the Auburn Police Department shows a man in a truck pulling up to the drive-thru window in the early hours of the morning while it was still dark outside. He can be seen handing the barista cash, but then he grabs her wrist and attempts to use what police describe as a looped zip-tie device to capture her. A struggle ensues and the barista manages to escape from the man's grasp.
They are in vulnerable positions because usually they're controlling those spots by themselves at early hours in the morning when it's dark outside. But this barista did an awesome job of protecting herself and fighting this person off.
After posting the video to social media asking for the public's help in identifying the attacker, police said that they made an arrest in the case.
We had a lot of people calling saying that they knew this individual. Obviously, the video was so great. It gave us that really good picture detailing that tattoo on his arm. And then we also got a really good side profile. The camera quality was perfect. We were able to conduct a search of his pickup after we arrested him, and we were able to find evidence linking him to the scene. Obviously, the situation could have been so much worse, and we're glad it wasn't. So it was very important to us to find this person so that another similar incident didn't happen again.
A little bit of a scary scene there, but glad the barista is okay. Still to come, planning for the next solar eclipse, when it's set to occur, and why you won't want to miss it. Arizona Cardinals have a new general manager, what he's saying about meeting the team, and his plans to help the team moving forward. Well, if you want to watch a total solar eclipse without leaving the country, your chance is coming relatively soon. But after that, it won't happen for another 20 years. On April 8th, 2024, a total solar eclipse will sweep across Mexico and the U.S. and Canada. According to NASA, the U.S. won't see another total solar eclipse until August 2024.
Pictures don't do it justice at all. Seeing it live, seeing it happen, seeing the sun disappear, and seeing the corona of the sun suddenly appear with this black, dark spot in the middle is absolutely amazing.
Total solar eclipses happen when the moon completely blocks the face of the sun, darkening the sky. While solar eclipses themselves aren't uncommon, they're only visible from a portion of the Earth each time, making total eclipses that are visible from near home rare. The last total solar eclipse to be seen from the U.S. was in 2017, crossing from Oregon to South Carolina. And we still have about a year to plan, but hopefully when we do have that solar eclipse event, we'll have some clear skies, very much like today for the first time in a while, as we take a live look outside downtown Phoenix. Currently 49 degrees out there. It was a chilly day, and it's going to get even colder as we go into the evening hours overnight tonight. Winds very light, west-southwest at 2 miles per hour. But we did have some storms, right, over the past couple of days. Today we saw that welcome sunshine. At least over in the past 3 days or so, we had temperatures in the 60s, upper 50s on Thursday, and as much as 26/100ths of an inch recorded at Sky Harbor. So the rain, very good for this time of year, but of course if we get too much of it at once, we have flooding. So definitely we need the rain, we just need it in moderation. Temperatures outside right now in the valley, we are looking at pretty much all 40s around. 49 degrees in Glendale, 49 in Phoenix, 48 in Scottsdale. Up north, the northern parts of the valley, a little bit cooler up there, Cave Creek and Carefree both at 45 degrees, and all the way out in Apache Junction, 47 degrees. Today across the state, we were looking at very nice conditions. Up north, freezing though, so if you like the cold temperatures, you definitely want to stay up north. 32 degrees in Flagstaff, 31 at the Grand Canyon, 45 at Kingman. Down in the deserts in the south, 50s from Gila Bend, Casa Grande, Tucson, and Ajo. So up in the high country, travel conditions that we definitely want to be aware of. Icy and slick roads, scattered snow showers. You're going to want to watch for the side streets as there could be still a lot of snow and salt on the sides, and another possible chance of snow showers that could be happening Thursday and Friday. So just if you're going up there, if you're going to Snowbowl or up into Flagstaff, be aware of those conditions as you make your travel preparations up there. As we take a look at temperatures across the country today, it was cold pretty much elsewhere except for Miami. Look at that, 80 degrees for a high today. Over in Chicago, 39 degrees, 34 in Minneapolis, 40 degrees in Boise, Portland, 47, Las Vegas at 46 degrees. And as we take a look at our Mapbox radar, showing the areas of precipitation over the last 6 hours, a lot of it in the mid to eastern section of our country. And then, of course, we have a lot of snow moving over through the Pacific Northwest. That is expected to make its way over into the interior west, where we are here in Arizona very soon, as we might see some of that rain and snow in the high country. But focusing a little bit closer on the rain event in the midsection of the country, look at that strong area of storms stretching from Louisiana all the way up to Tennessee. We are looking at some severe weather and a lot of lightning associated with those storms as well. Back here at home tonight, we're looking at a temperature of 39 degrees. Sunset was at 5:08 p.m. Tomorrow, we're going to warm up relatively to 59 degrees. Sunrise at 6:55 a.m. And as we take a look, the next storm, like I said, it's on the way. So we're looking at a slight chance of rain in the valley coming Thursday and Friday, about 1/10 of an inch or so. Snow levels up in the high country near 4,000 feet, 2 to 5 inches of snow above 5,000 feet. And we are looking at some winds to watch as well, gusting to up 25 miles per hour in the valley. Northern Arizona gusts up to 30 miles per hour. So as we take a look at 7-day forecast, the next 3 days in the 50s, we're looking at those winds and breezes on Thursday and Friday. The low 38 degrees. Saturday will warm up to 58, and then as we put the rest of the week in motion, we're going to be staying in the 50s pretty much for the rest of the week. Lows in the upper 30s with clouds and sunshine on our way.
I want to just get to know Kyler as a person. I want to ask him how his rehab is going and where he is and how he's feeling. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get to know him and really kind of give him a picture of what we're trying to do here. And then ultimately, once we get a head coach, forming that relationship and moving forward.
Turning to sports now, that is Arizona Cardinals' new general manager, Monty Ossenfort. He was officially hired by the team on Monday. Ossenfort spent the last 3 seasons with the Tennessee Titans as their director of player personnel. He was also with the New England Patriots for a span of 15 years and worked in several different roles. He spoke about the future plans with the team.
I'm excited to embark on this next stage in Cardinals football. We're going to focus on a completely unified message across the general manager, the head coach, and ownership to what exactly we want to be as a football organization.
The Cardinals announced last week that Steve Keim will no longer be the team's GM to focus on his health. The team is still searching for a new head coach after Cliff Kingsbury was fired the same day Keim stepped down. And a jersey worn by Kobe Bryant during the 2007-2008 NBA season is expected to draw bids of up to $7 million, despite displaying a hole on its backside. The yellow number 24 jersey was worn by the Lakers star during 25 games, including 6 playoff games. Bryant wore the jersey the night he accepted the 2007-2008 NBA MVP award. Images from that playoff run were later depicted on many murals across Los Angeles following his death in 2020. LeBron James also sported a shirt with an image of Bryant wearing the jersey. And tickets for the World Baseball Classic being held across the globe will go on sale this Thursday. Pool C has multiple games that will be played in Phoenix, utilizing Chase Field and its amenities for international play. The stadium will host Pool C, which features 5 of the 20 teams participating in this year's tournament. Teams playing in the Pool C bracket for this year's tournament are the United States, Canada, Mexico, Colombia, and Great Britain. Each country will play 4 games, 1 game against each team within its respective brackets. We have a winner who won big time in the Mega Millions jackpot drawing. Well, after not having been hit for months, the Mega Millions jackpot has been won in back-to-back drawings. One ticket sold in New York matched all 6 numbers to win the $20 million jackpot, according to the Mega Millions website. Tuesday's winner can also choose the cash option of $10.6 million In addition to the jackpot, a ticket sold in Massachusetts matched all 5 white balls and had the megaplier to win $3 million. The jackpot will remain at $20 million for Friday's drawing. Whew, that is a lot of money, right? And that does it for 7 News at 10, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day.